What up, y'all? It's Easy Lou Unboxing TV. Please subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so you can be notified every time I drop a video. So Gary Russell Jr. Him and Devin was were going back and forth a couple of days, and before I even get into the main topic of this video, Gary Russell's brother and Devin Haney's dad, Bill Haney, were on these YouTube channels. Shout out to Phenom International Boxing, man, and Blue Blood Sports TV. Great interviews the past few days, man, and just like intelligent information, and I learned a lot. So shout out to Blue Blood Sports TV and Phenom International Boxing, man, straight up. But yeah, they were going back and forth, and that is Gary Russell and Devin Haney. So Gary Russell's brother and Mr. Bill Haney, they were on Phenom International Boxing and Blue Blood Sports TV, and they was just basically, going over what would be in the contract and everything. And basically when Bill Haney and Team Haney were calling out the stipulations that he wanted in the contract if they got the fight done, they had stipulations in there basically saying that how if Gary Russell loses to Devin Haney, he had to come fight with Devin Haney Promotions, I guess on the zone for, I guess, like 2 fights or so. And Gary Russell and his brother was basically like, nah. Like, Team Russell was like, nah, like, what's up with these stipulations? Let's just fight. And I agree with Gary Russell and his brother, man, because they were saying, because Devin Haney, he did jump out there and, like, he was air hustling, just like Gary Russell said, he air hustling. Like, no one was talking to, he wasn't talking to him. He was talking to Terrence Crawford. Him and Terrence Crawford was him and Terrence Crawford, they went through a little beef or whatever over something that happened in the past. And Gary Russell came out and he told Terrence Crawford that he would fight him for the 1.5 that Terrence Crawford was trying to offer Kell Brook, because those reports that came out that he offered Kell Brook 1.5, and everybody was like, yo, Kell Brook ain't gonna take that. That's a low ball offer. And since Gary Russell, he has a little history with Terrence Crawford and a little beef that he trying to settle it, he said that, yo, I'll take that 1.5 because all I want to do is get my hands on you. Get a chance to put my hands on you. So Devin Haney, he jumped out there on Twitter and talking about, yo, I'll pay you 1.5 and all that. And he stuck his nose in the business. And when Gary Russell agreed to it, then Team Haney want to come with all these stipulations and shit. And this is why I made this video, because man, this is my opinion. Like, don't come with these stipulations. And I know, yeah, fights have stipulations in them and all that, but your son jumped out there. So, let's just fight, and the rematch clause should be the only thing, like, just like Gary Russell said, it should only be a rematch clause. His pops out there talking about, yeah, come fuck with us at if we beat you gotta come fuck with us for like 2 fights. We'll find you opponents and all that. But it's like, it sounds like to me like his dad is just trying to save his son, because his son opened his mouth and he biting off more than he could chew. And Gary Russell has accepted the challenge, and now they want to put all these stipulations and shit in it, because for some reason, I don't know, I could be wrong, but for some reason, at first when they started throwing them stipulations out, talking about, yo, if we beat you, you gotta come fuck with us for 2 fights, they knew damn well Gary Russell wasn't gonna agree to that. So I think that was just a little way of like getting out of it, because they didn't think Gary Russell was gonna agree to that. And but then with Gary Russell coming back and saying, because Gary Russell, he came back and he made another video on social media. He was on his, I think, Instagram Live or Facebook Live. And he was like, they coming up with these stipulations now. So, like, when y'all go back and y'all report this, make sure y'all say Devin Haney ducking. Because it's true. Like, I wasn't talking to your son. He jumped out there, opened his mouth. And now his dad got to come save him. But now you're talking about, yeah, his dad. And when I say his dad saving him, because his dad is out here talking about, he the youngest champ. And he's calling out the longest reigning champ. Like, no, he isn't call. Come on, stop it. He jumped out there and he said something. And when Gary agreed to this shit, now I want to put all these stipulations in this shit. And I mess with Bill Haney. I mess with Team Russell. But like, come on, just keep it real. Don't come with these stipulations and all that. Like your son jumped out there. I bet. Let's make the only stipulation should be a rematch clause. Let's just get in the ring and fight since your son want to talk. But yeah, so I feel Gary, man. Like, nah, he jumped out there. He want to act like he the man and all that, and like bet. So they gonna get it in. And for right now, I mean, they haven't made an official announcement yet, but I think the fight's gonna get done, man. So look, man, I'm a fan of Gary Russell. I'm a fan of Devin Haney. Gary Russell, he's 30 or 31. I mean, he's still young. He's not. I mean, he might be the youngest fighter, but he's still young. Devin Haney's like 20, 21. So he's a young fighter coming up. Know what I mean? So I mean, I'm a fan of the both of them, but I would love to see Gary Russell get his just due. But I mean, I also don't want to see Devin Haney lose. Now, I mean, he a young black fighter coming up, man. I want to see him do good too. If he can stand undefeated, I would like to see that too. And I mean, see him make all the money in the world. But I want Gary to get his just due and get all the money he can too. Cause niggas been ducking Gary for years, dog. Like niggas been ducking Gary for years. So I want Gary to get his just due, man. Know what I mean? Real shit. So we gonna see. Hopefully they announce this shit in the next day or so. But we gonna see what's up, man. So as right now, it's looking like know what I mean, like the fight is gonna happen because the last time I seen them on a live, Gary's brother was saying that I mean he looked over the contract and it was looking and he said it looked good to him, so he's gonna talk with Gary and see what's up. So yeah, hopefully they'll make the announcement in a couple of days, but we should be getting the fight. But yeah, fuck all that stipulation shit. The only stipulation should be a rematch clause. That's it. You know what I mean? A rematch clause. And Gary said straight up, look, if we fight, I beat you as a rematch, but if you beat me, I'm just going about my way. You know what I mean? So that's what's up, man. And Gary, he a real one. You know, Gary ain't backing out on the shit. So we gonna see what's up, man. Easy Lou Unboxing TV. Please hit the subscribe button and hit so you can be notified every time I drop a video. All right, one.